Okay, I think we're recording. So hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight or today. We are here to share information on our dual enrollment program in partnership with Tidewater Community College with you. This video is specifically for our newer families to the Entrepreneurship and Business Academy who want to start taking classes with Tidewater Community College this summer. So our 9th grade families and our incoming 10th grade families. And so we're going to go over a lot of information that hopefully will be helpful to you. I'm going to start the presentation by introducing some of our team who are with us along this journey for dual enrollment entrepreneurship. So I am Megan Timlin. I am the Academy Coordinator here at Kempsville High School. I'm the one that sends you all the emails. Along by my side is our school counselor, Victoria Thompson, who is our Academy school counselor. She assists in all of the registration process for dual enrollment. Ms. Thompson, if you want to say hello.
Hi, everyone.
And so we are a great team. And I always say, if you can't get the answer from one of us, check the other one, because we have a good support system. And if she doesn't know the answer, I know the answer. And if I don't know it, she knows it. So really always reach out to both of us for assistance and support in terms of the high school experience. So we have great partnerships with our folks from Tidewater Community College. Several of them are on the screen. We work closely with our pathway dean, Nancy Prather Johnson. We work closely with Vicki Whidbey. She is our dual enrollment manager. And we also work closely with Terry Eusebio, who's the coordinator for dual enrollment, and Michelle Barnes is our academic advisor on the campus of TCC. She does all of our graduation stuff when we get to that point. And then we have Cindy Bird and Marilyn Castro, who are two of our on-campus professors at Tidewater Community College. We're going to start this presentation by giving you an opportunity to hear from one of our current students. Ian Jones is an amazing senior here in the EBA who is on track to complete the full associate's degree in business administration this May. And so I'm going to give Ian an opportunity to share a little bit about his experience in this particular pathway. So Ian, I'll turn it over to you.
Okie dokie. Thank you, Ms. Timlin. Like you said, my name is Ian Jones. I'm a senior with the Entrepreneurship and Business Academy at Kempsville High School. In conjunction with the Academy, I will also graduate from TCC, hopefully, with a Associate's in Business Administration, which I'm super excited about. Just a little bit about my experience. So there's 3 main pathways of classes that you'll end up taking. The largest chunk is probably going to be your on-campus classes at TCC, where you'll take Accounting 1 and 2, Biology 1 and 2, Macro, Microeconomics. Just a few courses that are actually on campus at TCC that you'll have to go to in the morning and to take. These classes are rigorous and fast-paced, but are definitely manageable. It's definitely something that you have to keep up with. It's not just something you can show up to and just like hope for the best. No, you really have to study for it. You have to get involved, and but it's definitely something that the school helps you through and the teachers there help you through. Another chunk of classes will be the ones you take at Kempsville. These are also a large chunk of the credits. Kempsville offers a variety of DE classes that we're super excited about. College composition, DE US history, public speaking, and interpersonal communication, just to name a few. These aren't as rigorous on the on-campus classes, but they are still college courses. So it's definitely something that needs to be taken seriously. And personally, I thought it was a great alternative to AP classes. It's better chance of acquiring the credits, and I think having that opportunity is huge. Then the third chunk that you'll take are a few TCC summer courses. That's like probability statistics is over the summer, leadership development, ethics. These courses are not as rigorous as the other 2, and they don't consume your whole summer, which is what I was really worried about because I love my summers. But you're able to still do summer type things and go and do what you want and able to still stick with the course. The only downside of this is that it does stretch out usually over the entire summer block, so it makes it a little difficult to travel. But other than that, the courses are super manageable and really allows you to bring in what you can. Now, just a little bit about the overall how on-campus courses at TCC vary from the grading of the courses taught at Kimsville. The on-campus courses are definitely more lecture-based, and the tests weigh a lot more than they do at Kimsville. However, the teachers definitely prepare you for all that, and they set that expectation early that you have to focus on certain aspects other than the ones that are usually taught at Kimsville. The on-campus courses are also factored in with your GPA, and they're not weighted like AP, so they're like a regular course. So you definitely have to take that into consideration when you're grading. So I think the biggest benefit of all this is that it runs through the school, and a lot of it is free, minus a textbook purchase here and there for a summer course. Everything's offered, and that later knocks off the cost for other college courses, which is huge. It's also great for college applications. I've been applying right now. I've got most of my applications in, and having those DE courses on there, they love to see that. The few I've been accepted about have mentioned that specifically. They love seeing the DE courses on the resume and the eventually moving up to the associates. Also, especially with the on-campus courses that you'll take it with a lot of the same people, and it kind of creates a good sense of community that we didn't realize was going to happen. We really have enjoyed that, and you'll have pretty much a lot of the same people in your DE classes, so you're getting to know each other really well, and it really builds a sense of camaraderie. Like, you feel more connected, and we have a big group chat with everybody. Just like if anybody has a question on something, we're helping each other out, and it's like a big study group, which is a huge opportunity and a huge benefit of being able to go through all of that together. Another benefit of it is the classes that you'll take on campus are all ran through high school, like I said, so you're only taking it with high school students, which I think is definitely a better setback, or which is definitely a better setup for everything and building up into actual college life, so you get a taste of that as well. Yeah, just some overall advice for going into it. Definitely come to class. It's definitely, especially all your DE classes, because it's not just something that's self-taught. A lot of it is in classroom experience and having that one-on-one time with the teacher and being able to talk everything out. And that goes for all the assignments, all the tests. You can't just like rock up to it without studying. You have to use the resources that are given and really take advantage of what the teacher is offering you. And there's the on-campus teachers, and even in the teachers at Kimsville, they're here to help, and they want to treat you like a college student, but they also understand that you're in high school and are able to give you the benefit of the doubt a lot of the time, which we appreciate. My biggest thing is that you have to find balance early between the stuff you do outside of school and the TCC courses. I was incredibly stressed when I first started TCC because I couldn't find the balance between all of the classes and my extracurriculars. And once I found my balance and found what to prioritize, I was really able to manage everything better. And that was a huge difference maker for me. And all in all, I think TCC is an incredible opportunity, and what the Academy is offering with it, it's genuinely life-changing, and I really appreciate what the Academy is offering. So I'm gonna throw it back to Ms. Timlin. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ian. I really appreciate you sharing that perspective with our families. And I think some important points that and hearing from a student is some of the intangible things that Ian mentioned in terms of the camaraderie and the collaboration that's built with the student groups who participate in the dual enrollment classes. I think that that's a really great community building, sense of belonging aspect to taking these courses. Ian also mentions the rigor. It is a difficult program. And they are high school students taking college classes. And so I think, him mentioning that he had to learn how to balance the time, it is a learning process. They can't just give up when it first becomes difficult. They need to persevere through that and work towards the success and learn to balance things. And that's a time management skill that's a life skill for all of us as adults, as young adults. And so I really think that there are some intangible things that students get out of this experience. So I'm going to take over a great portion of today's presentation and just kind of share with you an overview. We will also post these slides, and we are always available for questions and concerns that you may have as parents or students who are embarking on this journey. So registration is starting rather soon, right after or in the new year in 2024. And so we want to highlight for our 9th grade students that the degree plan corresponds most naturally with our entrepreneurship and innovation strand and our corporate finance strand. And the reason for that is because our TCC on-campus classes that Ian mentioned do require, they are a double blocked class, first and second block every single day for a whole school year. And our students who attend the ATC also are in double block classes. And so it's very difficult for us to be able to navigate both schedules. However, I have had students in the BIT strand pursue the full degree and earn it. The difference is they weren't able to complete 2 years with the ATC, and we really like for students to complete 2 years with the ATC if they are able to. But it's possible. If that's something you're interested in, we would recommend that you meet with us early on in the process around 10th grade so that we can make sure that we are streamlining your classes in the right way possible for you. But it does most naturally align with E&I and our corporate finance strand if you're someone who's interested in pursuing the full degree. I will also say that some dual enrollment is better than no dual enrollment. And so just remember that because the student may not earn the full associate's degree, there's still free dual enrollment, free as of today, dual enrollment courses out there for them. And so all of our students have access to all the dual enrollment classes that are available here at Kempsville High School. So they don't have to earn the full degree to walk away with almost 30 credit hours of dual enrollment. The pieces that are the harder to obtain are the on-campus classes during the school year and of course the summer classes. So I just want to remind folks of that. Sometimes people feel like they have to pursue the whole degree. That's not the case. You can take some dual enrollment. They can take some classes, and all of those classes that they take and earn a C or higher in can count towards college credit in the future. So this is our current plan, and I'll note at the top for some of our older students that you are on a different plan. Colleges do change their course, their program of study, and TCC did update their program of study for this school year. So currently our class of 2026, who are our current 10th graders, and our 9th graders are on this current plan. If you're watching this video and you are a class of 2024 or 2025, you are on a different plan. And I can share that with you, but this highlights all of those courses. I also am going to upload all of the documents for this presentation, and so that you have access to those. Included in that are going to be both plans. At the top, you'll notice you want to look for where it says the class of, so that you're ensuring you're looking at the right plan for your child. So what we provide is a pathway towards an Associate of Science in Business Administration. We are under some strict guidelines with Tidewater Community College regarding their accreditation. It is one of the requirements that our students who are pursuing this degree complete 51% of the coursework on Tidewater Community College's campus. And so that's why sometimes we get questions about why we can't offer it all here at Kempsville High School. We have to offer 51% there, which is why we are doing the summer classes and the on-campus classes during the school year. We currently have a really good program that works, and we've built it, and it works for our students who work the program. So it's really important to, note that the only classes that we will pay for as a part of our program are the ones that we offer in person on campus or here at Kempsville High School. We do not pay for any online or evening classes that you choose to take. So sometimes we do have students who maybe are missing a class, or when we're offering it doesn't work for their schedule and they find it another way. They can take a class online or in the evening, but just note that that will not be covered by the Entrepreneurship and Business Academy. You're looking at a $45 an hour credit for that course. So most courses are 3 credits. So $45 a credit hour is still a deal to, get a class that maybe works better for your schedule. So sometimes parents have planned trips in the summer and a student can't take a summer class. And so a parent might find an online course that works for that student's schedule and just pay the $45 a credit hour to take the course at their convenience. So if you choose to do that, that is where Ms. Thompson comes in handy, and because she will help get you registered for a course that's not offered as a part of what we do. So I think it's important to highlight that and note that for you. Currently, this is our current structure. And again, this is based on our new plan for the class of 2026, 2027, and beyond. The courses that we offer on TCC's campus and the courses that we offer here at Kempsville High School are listed on the screen. And you can note the balance, the 51% needs to be offered at TCC. TCC classes are offered on a semester schedule, so we're able to pair courses together to knock out 2 in 1 year, which is how we structure some of our schedule, and I'll get into that here for you now. So this is just a sample. This is not how every student's coming to us with different courses that they've already taken. And so it's very important to understand that this is a sample program. This is also, it's very important that I note this for families. This is extra. So our main goal, Ms. Thompson and myself, is that you're going to graduate from high school with an advanced studies diploma, and that you're going to get the academy classes that you need to complete academy requirements. Those two things come before the degree program. The degree program is an opportunity that you have, but you have to be able to meet the high school requirements first. Otherwise, a college degree doesn't mean anything if you don't have your high school diploma. So you have to have we have to ensure that you're meeting those high school diploma classes. And then you're here as an academy student first. So we have to make sure you're meeting those academy classes and able to fit those in your schedule. So this is just a sample of what it could look like to fulfill the full degree requirements. You'll note that the maintaining a 3.0 GPA, TCC does require that 3.0. You are unable to take any classes if you do not have a 3.0. So it's very important that our students are achieving in all of their classes. So in freshman year, so this is the summer after or during your 9th grade year, this is not before, our students are able to register for summer and fall classes by the deadline. And the summer class options for them, this is when students start taking classes. So our current 9th grade students, you're eligible to take classes this summer. So that's the class of 2027, and they can start taking classes summer 2024. They can take STV 100 or Business 100. Hold on one second. My apologies. Okay. So our sophomore year, again, students must maintain that 3.0 cumulative GPA. Our fall class options, our students can begin taking the dual enrollment math classes depending on where they are. In order to take that math class, they need to have completed AP Pre-Calculus or Math Analysis before taking Math 161. And if they have room in their schedule, they're able to start taking our public speaking classes, CST 100 and CST 126. Those courses, again, are semester options, so they're paired on a year-long schedule. The summer class options are PHI 220 and Business 240. And then they need to make sure they register for classes by the deadline. So in junior year, this is where we recommend in junior or senior year that our students take the on-campus classes. We do prioritize seniors for on-campus classes because it would be their last opportunity to take those on-campus classes to fulfill the full degree. So just one way it could work is they could take them in junior year. Again, they have to have that 3.0 cumulative GPA. And they're looking at taking Accounting 211, Econ 201, and Bio 101 on TCC's campus. They also can take a history class here at Kempsville, and that satisfies their high school requirement for VAUS history in addition to dual enrollment. The on-campus classes are, they are double blocked, first block and second block on TCC's campus. And so our students report to Kempsville High School. They will then board a bus to the Advanced Technology Center, and they will take those classes there Monday through Thursday. They have Friday mornings off, which sounds really great at the time, but it's also a really great opportunity for them to study for those courses because this is probably the most rigorous portion of the the plan. The professors do treat them like college students, and they are expected to, do the work. And TCC has a 15% attendance policy, and so it's very important that students understand that they are going to treat them like college students. Their summer class options are Business 224 and PHI 220. So they have 5 summer classes that they need to take over 3 summers. So, they can go one summer with taking 1 class and then 2 and 2. TCC we do not allow them to take more than 2 classes in a summer. So registering for courses, and then if they're taking any AP classes, they can have AP test scores sent to TCC. So for example, if they want to earn weighted credit for, say, history, they can take AP US history instead of our history 121 and earn the AP credit by getting a 3 or higher, and they need to have the test score sent to TCC, so that course will count. So in senior year, they're looking at English 12, which is our dual enrollment English 111 and English 112. And they're taking a set of business classes, which is a business entrepreneurship and business 280. And then applying for graduation by the deadline with TCC. They will also be purchasing regalia to walk in commencement, which is typically in May or June at the Constant Center in Norfolk. It's very important for Business 224. You'll see the note at the bottom. They have to have, that's the only course that really requires a prerequisite. They have to have taken and passed Math 161 and 261 to take that Business 224 course. So that's very important for students to note. So that's just a sample timeline. It shows how the degree is possible. I recognize that was probably confusing. Ms. Thompson and I have been doing this now for 9 years, and so we have experience working with all types of schedules. Most are able to accommodate the coursework that is needed, and we certainly work with individual families. So, as you have questions, the best thing to do is to pick up the phone and give us a call, or set aside some time to meet with us one-on-one, and we can go through your child's specific plan with you. The different courses listed, as I just showed you, they don't have to be done in that order by any means. It just shows how they all can fit within 4 years of a high school schedule. I will say the registration deadlines are extremely important for these classes, and I get hate mail every year around the summer courses. And, this is an opportunity we're providing. We are asking that you all do your part and help us in terms of meeting those registration deadlines and letting us know that your child is on track. We're here for all of them. Please understand that we have 500 here that we're trying to accommodate while you're working and worrying about your 1. So it's super helpful that we can work together as a community to support your child. But if you can be focused on your child and what they need and contacting us about that, that's super helpful for us. Also, students change their minds. Some of them start out and they really want to do this, and they get into the classes and they are like, I really would rather just enjoy my high school experience, and I don't really want to take all the dual enrollment. And that's cool too. As I said earlier, some dual enrollment better than no dual enrollment. But, adhering to those deadlines and timelines really just helps us do our part in communication with our partner to Tidewater Community College. We are working in conjunction with another institution. This is not something that we can do in a silo here at Kempsville High School and that we have total control over. We are working with partners. It affects professors. It affects scheduling over there. So, when we post timelines and deadlines, we just ask that you be respectful of that and try and submit those items on time. We understand things come up, people get sick, things happen. We try to work with everyone, but just recognize that, we are working with another institution and understand the bigger picture for us when we're working on this. As I stated before, the high school and academy classes do take precedent over dual enrollment. They are a high school student first, an academy student second, and a dual enrollment student third. And so the first step for all of our 9th graders is to apply for admission to TCC and maintain that 3.0 GPA. So 3.0 means A's and B's in classes. So if they are currently don't have A's and B's as final grades in all their classes, we really recommend that they are spending time on their studies. You have to be able to be a solid high school student before you can take dual enrollment classes. And that honestly is for your benefit. I'll show this video from
TCC's free
TCC.
application for admission is easy to use, but there are a few things you want to make sure you get right to avoid extra steps on your journey to becoming a student. You're not locked into that program, and you can adjust your curriculum after meeting with an academic advisor. Be extra careful in the residency section. Your answers here determine whether or not you will be eligible for in-state tuition rates. If you skip this section or answer incorrectly, changing your status later isn't easy. If you were born in the United States, you are a native U.S. citizen. Do you want to apply for in-state tuition rates? Select yes. If you live with your parents or legal guardian and they claim you on their taxes, you'll claim eligibility using their domicile. If you live on your own, you'll claim eligibility using your own domicile, or if you're married, under your spouse's. If you're under 24, you'll also select why you qualify for in-state tuition rates. After you complete your application, review the confirmation page to make sure all of your information is correct. If you see an error, we can help you fix it. You'll see a blue box. Write down the information in that box. This is your official TCC student email, student ID, and temporary password. If you have any questions or need help, call our student support team at 757-822-1111 or email enroll@tcc.edu.
Okay, my apologies if I muted part of the video. So I will share these slides with you so you have access. But the video is a great way to show the application process for admission to TCC. We have a QR code on the screen so that you can go through the process of applying. This is the first step. This is your homework from this presentation is to apply. So if you are a current ninth grader, this is what you need to do now in order to take dual enrollment classes this summer. Don't wait. You can do this now and get it taken care of. Applying to TCC is the first step. So what happens is a review of the application process. Ms. Thompson will review the information in your application and DE application. You will complete if you're planning on taking summer classes, you'll complete the DE application, which is this link right here. Takes 10 to 15 minutes. You'll indicate the classes you plan to take. You apply to TCC using that link that is posted. I will also have a set of documents that you can do and follow these steps. If you have questions through the process of applying, you can reach out directly to TCC. Remember, it's a partner institution. We don't work for TCC. So we have to send you there when there's issues with TCC items. Once you apply, you'll receive important information, including your student ID and password. So that we can help the process, what we try to do is keep a record of student ID numbers, which is the TCC SIS. We often need those ID numbers in order to process registrations. And so as like a check for us so that we know that you've applied, we ask that you complete the Google form that is posted below. That information really will just ask for your student name and the 7-digit number that your student has been assigned at TCC. We don't want your password. We just want to know what your ID number is. That helps us register you for classes in the future. It also lets us know that you have gone through this process and you're ready for the next step. So these are things that you should do now. These items can be completed now as opposed to March and April. It will hold up your summer registration by not taking care of these items now. So we try to space it out. So it's January 2024. It's a great idea for you to, take care of these items within the next week. I already stated this. I can't say it enough. The deadlines are serious for TCC. We have had to tell students that they cannot enroll in classes because they have asked to enroll past a deadline. We work, as I stated earlier, we're working with another institution, and it really hinders our process to be, going back and adding a student here or there. So please follow our deadlines. The deadline for completing the application, I recognize this is coming out in January. The deadline's not till April 5th, but again, this is something you can do now. So that's that form I mentioned earlier. This just lets us know that you've applied. So we have April 5th as our deadline for this year, but again, it's something that you can do now. So after meeting all of the prerequisites and college readiness requirements, students have to have that 3.0 in high school. They can begin enrolling in classes for summer and fall. If students do not have a current GPA of a 3.0, they can take the English and Math Virginia placement tests on TCC's campus for admission. I have had students do that to be able to take the classes. Some are successful and some they're still not college ready. And remember, that 3.0 and that Virginia placement test, that's built in there to assist your child in being successful. If they are not college ready to take these classes, then we're setting them up for failure, and we don't want to do that. And I recognize that may mean they can't fulfill the whole degree, but that's okay. Some dual enrollment better than no dual enrollment. And it's really important that the students feel successful and are able to build on their confidence through taking these classes. Sometimes when we have them take them before they're ready to take them and they are not successful, it really can hinder a student's, self-confidence about themselves and their academic ability. And so we really want students to feel good about when taking these classes and that they're ready. And so those safeguards are in there for a reason to help your child be successful when taking these classes. We do make arrangements for transportation to all face-to-face classes to Tidewater Community College. So I mentioned earlier, the ATC bus takes students during the school year. They load that in the morning and it brings them back for 3rd and 4th block here at Kempsville High School. And in the summer, we run a shuttle service from Kempsville to TCC and from TCC back to Kempsville. So that transportation piece is, we're not going to neighborhoods in the summer and picking them up. They have to be able to get to Kempsville. If they can get to Kempsville, we will take them and ride the shuttle from Kempsville to TCC and back in the summer. So we do provide transportation. So textbooks, we provide textbooks for a majority of our classes. Summer courses are the only courses that we do not provide textbooks for. And Ian mentioned that it's a small price to pay. We just are not able within our budget to take care of the textbook costs for summer classes. And keep in mind, we are paying for all of the courses as long as your child is passing those classes. So it's a small price to pay to get the full degree for a couple summer textbooks. So just remember that, and we do share how to purchase those summer textbooks through an orientation that we do with Tidewater Community College in the summer. We ensure that students have textbooks for all classes that they're taking here during the fall and spring here at Kempsville. The only thing that we do not provide is the biology lab book, and that's because that's a consumable item that the students will use throughout the course. So dual enrollment courses, students are earning credit with Tidewater Community College towards the completion of associate in business. These generally transfer to most public and private universities. So I get this question all the time, like what will transfer? Students must have a C or higher in the course for it to even be eligible for transfer credit. What we recommend, every college and university is different, and we have provided a document that is in the document link that I will share with you that shows what colleges accepted what courses from our previous students who are graduates of the program and went and pursued the whole degree. So different colleges will accept different credits. Just remember that. And so I don't have an answer because I don't work for all of those different institutions. The best thing that I can tell anyone is to take our degree plan, and when you're going to visit these schools and these admissions offices, and show that degree plan to them and say, what will transfer? And if that's your dream school and they're telling you only 3 of the courses are going to transfer, then maybe pursuing the full degree is not the best idea for you. Take the 3 classes that they are going to give you credit for. So just remember that not, while they will be transfer credit, not every college and university will accept all of the transfer credit. So again, it's really important that you're talking to colleges and universities of your choice to identify which classes will and will not count. Because the worst is when we get in a situation the student pursued the whole degree and then the college of their choice won't accept any of the credit. And that does happen. And that's why we promote to you all to, take that degree plan and share it with the college that you're looking at. Again, I can't stress this enough. This is an opportunity to earn an Associate of Science in Business Administration. It is not a requirement. Not all of our students pursue this. Only about 25% pursue this of each class. And we recommend that students take some dual enrollment. They don't have to have it all. It's very important to me that your child has a very good high school experience. That's why I got into secondary education, was to ensure that high school students had a great experience while in high school. We want them to be social. We want them to be involved in clubs, activities, sports, all of those good things. Sometimes this program can be so stressful for them that they are no longer enjoying high school. And that makes me really sad. And so when you're considering this program, I really can't stress it enough to let your child lead the way. I recognize, parents, that this is an incredible monetary opportunity. However, don't proceed with the full degree at the expense of your child's happiness. Talk to them and ensure that this is a good pathway for them. It's an opportunity, not a requirement. And it's really just something that they can pursue. They don't have to pursue. As I stated earlier, Ms. Thompson and I work closely with individual students and parents to design their plan. We set up meetings. We can meet via Zoom. We can meet on the phone. We can meet in person. We just ask for, notification that you want a meeting, and we try to set that up within a week to work with your child on pursuing their full goals while they're here at the Entrepreneurship and Business Academy. And again, it states again that the high school diploma and academy program requirements come first. So, tips to help you navigate this process. We recommend that you regularly check our updates. We send them out weekly. I try in the updates to list some bulleted information so you can check for key points. You're looking for anything TCC dual enrollment as we get into the spring so that you don't miss that summer registration piece. If you want to pursue the full degree, you're going to have to forgo some other things. A normal high school schedule, the summer trips, as Ian mentioned. He said he loves his summer. He's had to take summer classes for the last 3 years to complete this full degree on campus. And so it does come at some expenses of other things. It does require a certain level of commitment before, when they're taking the on-campus classes. Here during the school year, they're starting like the second week of August, whereas regular Virginia Beach high school students aren't starting until the week before Labor Day or right after Labor Day. So, they're starting classes earlier. We're following that TCC schedule. They're also done earlier. Like Ian was here with us today to record this because he's done with his college classes for fall on December 8th, and he's got a full month until he starts his spring semester. Students need to do their best in all classes. They affect their TCC GPA, which matters because they're starting to build that high school GPA or that college GPA in addition to their high school GPA. So the classes they take are factored into both GPAs. It's dual enrollment. Both campuses are getting the grades. Both campuses are giving and awarding the credit. It's college. It's not high school. And not all students are ready for that, which I've stressed a couple different times. Talk to your child about their readiness and please do what's best for them. Don't push this or pursue it if it's not something that they're interested in. I've seen it happen, and what happens if the student is not really in it is they don't do well and they end up being removed, and it's just not a really great experience. So really let your child lead the way on this, and they have to be motivated and want to pursue it themselves. When it comes to Tidewater Community College on-campus classes, they really have to advocate for themselves. Parents don't have rights on a college campus, and so it's important for students to be advocating for themselves or use us as a tool to navigate. When I say parents don't have rights, it's because like they treat the student like a college student. And so it's very important for the student to advocate, and we certainly will help. And we have a great partnership with our friends at TCC, but we ask for parents to kind of take a step back during their on-campus classes and work through the student or work through us to be able to get the communication. We've not had a lot of success when parents reach out directly to professors is what I'm, like sometimes if a student has a missing assignment, you guys will email their teacher. The professors don't love that. So we ask that you work through us or you help your child advocate for themselves in terms of that missing assignment. Chromebooks don't work with all TCC online and classes. So sometimes students have to visit the TCC testing lab, which is at the joint use library, or they have a lab on campus to take tests and quizzes if they don't have a compatible computer at home. So that's just something to keep in mind. They are able to access and use their Chromebook for most coursework, but sometimes the test feature is blocked and they have to coordinate with the TCC testing lab to take that test. So it's important to remember we have some safeguards and some commitments. So with great opportunity comes great risk at the same time. Students have to achieve a C or higher to continue taking classes. That's where the transfer credit is. They have to maintain a 3.0 in order to continue taking dual enrollment classes. If a student fails a class, they are subject to pay for that course. And they also, if they fail a class, they are unable to take any more dual enrollment with our partnership with Tidewater Community College. So it happens every year. Students are removed and unable to take any more dual enrollment. So it's extremely important that students who take these classes are motivated, they understand the rigor, and that they prioritize these courses. And again, they do affect the high school and the college GPA. Again, the opportunity, it's incredible. We provide this currently still here in 2024 at no cost to the student and the family. That has been the case. It remains the case as far as I am aware in terms of my budget. When that changes, I certainly will let families know, but right now that is still the opportunity that students can pursue the full degree at no charge. It's just like Ian said, a couple textbooks that you may have to purchase for summer classes. So as we move forward in the process, we provide summer course registration, typically comes out right before spring break or after spring break. It'll come out in the updates. It'll be posted on Canvas. It's very important, when we ask students what they want to take in the summer through our registration, that is not registering them for those classes. And that's because these summer classes, they're offered at different days and times, and you get to pick what works best for your child's schedule. Your child may be working, those types of things. So you want to be able to pick those classes that are going to work best for them. So be looking for that registration. It's in a Google form to take summer classes. They get to pick 1 or 2 classes to start this summer. And so that helps us get them registered. We do a summer orientation in May via Zoom with our partners at TCC, where they do a tour of the campus. They show you how to purchase your textbooks. They show you how to get your TCC ID, all of those good things as you begin to be a student at Tidewater Community College. So that information will also go out in the updates. And information will come out in the updates for all of this information. Again, the updates are the key to you being successful and your child being successful. You have to check those monthly or the weekly updates. So, and just glance through to see if there's any new information for you. If you're asking about summer classes and when they're scheduled, they typically start the week that we get out from school. So the following week, which this year would be June 17th. They start that week, and they typically do not end until the middle of August. So they literally take the whole summer. And they are face-to-face options only. There is an attendance policy, and if students miss more than that policy, they are withdrawn from the class, removed, and they fail the class and will have to repay for the course and cannot take any more classes. So it's very important that they are planning to be here for summer classes if they're planning to take them. So stay in touch with your resources. This presentation, you may have to watch a couple times to get all of the information. I recognize it's a lot. We've been doing it for a long time, so we understand it really well. I totally get how it can be overwhelming and confusing for families. We try really hard to provide you documents, resources. This is in a video format, so you can watch it more than once. We try to give you everything you need so that you can help your child be successful. Again, it takes all of us. It's not just our responsibility. It is also your responsibility and the student's responsibility to, follow all of this information and ensure that you're doing what you need to do to be on track. We are at your disposal. You can reach out to myself or Ms. Thompson, both of us. Dr. Whidbey, who's on the bottom of this slide, is our point of contact with TCC. We do ask that you work through us and then we will connect with her. We ask that you not necessarily go to her first. We work closely with Dr. Whidbey to ensure that your student gets everything that they need. But those are great. Stay in touch with your resources. Let us know your questions. Again, that first step, the thing that you can do right now to get started is to apply to be a student at TCC. You'll get accepted, I promise, but start the application and finish it. If you need technical support from TCC while you're in the process of applying, here is their technical information and where you should reach out directly. And with that, questions that you have, that is, how to get started. I will link this presentation. I will link the slides so that you have access to all of this information. And I will link the documents that I referenced several times so that way you have those and can take a look and review them. But again, this is a first step. The first step is to apply to TCC and then watch through the registration process. Be checking your students' course verification, be looking for our summer course registration around the spring break timeframe. And that's it. If you have questions, again, please reach out to myself, Megan Timlin, Ms. Thompson. As I've stated a couple times, we are here to support you and your student. We want to be able to support you and your student through this process, but it does take all of us being on the same team in order to do so. And with that being said, I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. Bye.